Discover the secrets behind the immense popularity of comedian Dave Chappelle's live shows, where ticket prices range from $60 to $200, and performances sell out rapidly. Uncover the journey of a 16-year-old who, despite being a comedian, found himself taking acting classes and landing roles in movies like Robin Hood Men in Tights, even securing a spot in an HBO sitcom. Explore his fears and understand why he must preserve his unique comedic style. Join us on this storytelling journey as we share the story of a superstar who initiated his comedy career at a local level, transcending geographical boundaries. The comedy kid turned superstar. Back in the 70s and 80s, when he was just a kid in Washington, D.C., his friends called him Davey Hammer because he loved cracking jokes and making everyone laugh. Growing up in a place with many different cultures, Dave found comedy to be a way to understand the world. As a teenager in Silver Spring, Maryland, he started doing stand-up comedy at local places. Imagine being just 16 and already taking acting classes. Dave even played Achu in a funny movie, Robin Hood Men in Tights. He was so good that he got a role in an HBO sitcom too. Dave dreamed significantly about having his show, and guess what? His dream came true. In 1998, he starred in a hilarious movie called Half-Baked. People loved it so much that it became a cult classic. Now let's focus on the demand for Dave's live shows. Ticket prices ranging from $60 to $200. What's the secret behind the soaring popularity of Dave Chappelle's live performances? The comedy legend's awesome journey. In 2005, he scored a mega deal with Netflix for his Chappelle Show. Can you believe it was worth a whopping $50 million? But guess what? After making a few episodes, he decided to ditch the show. No worries though, because Dave didn't stop making people laugh. He did stand up on tour and even rocked the TV world with Dave Chappelle's Block Party in 2005. Fast forward to the late 2000s, Dave was still making crowds laugh so hard, and he won not one, not two, but 3 Grammy Awards. Yep, he's like the superhero of comedy. His Netflix specials like Equanimity and Sticks and Stones made him even more famous. People say he's one of the funniest guys ever, and he talks about important stuff like racism and politics, making him a comedy legend. He's got some super cool friends like Chris Tucker, Paul Mooney, and Charlie Murphy. Did you know he's been a practicing Muslim since 1998? Yep, he doesn't do things like drinking or smoking. He says his faith and family keep him grounded through all the ups and downs. Let's talk about tickets. People love to see Dave live. The prices for his shows range from $60 to $200, and they sell out super fast. After taking a break for the last 5 years, everyone is dying to get their hands on Dave Chappelle tickets because he's like a comedy king. In 2006, Dave said he had a net worth of $50 million. But guess what? Now it's even more. With his HBO show deal and all those Netflix specials, people think he's worth over $60 million. And you know what's the most incredible part? Dave Chappelle is still rocking the comedy world, making everyone laugh, and he's not stopping anytime soon. What a legend! Fast forward to high school graduation from Duke Ellington School of the Arts. How did Dave's journey from teen jokester to HBO exceptional at 20 unfold? Let's step into his magic moment. From comedy nights to Hollywood stardom. Let me tell you about Dave Chappelle's super cool journey. As a teen in DC, he used to crack jokes at comedy nights. Can you imagine that? By the time he finished high school at Duke Ellington School of the Arts, he was already catching everyone's attention. Even the famous comedian Bill Cosby noticed him and got Dave on TV for the first time on America's Funniest People when he was just 17. Now let's talk about Dave's magic moment. At 20, he did his first HBO special and the crowd loved it. He was just being himself, speaking from the heart. That's when Hollywood noticed this daring young innovator. But guess what? Dave didn't stop there. He became mega famous by creating Chappelle's Show with his friend Neil Brennan. It was a sketch comedy show that made fun of things in our world with lots of laughs. Everybody loved it, and Dave even had Madonna as a fan. It worked like magic. 2 years later, Dave reappeared with energy, surprising everyone. What was the magic behind his reappearance? How did the cozy comedy clubs play a role in bringing back the comedy maestro? Dave Chappelle's comeback adventure? Let me tell you about Dave Chappelle's incredible comeback story. So there was a time when Dave was super famous, with crowds cheering his name. But guess what? Inside, he felt hollow and burnt out. Hollywood tried to change him, but Dave wanted to be the kid he was before just himself, speaking from the heart. So he took a break, returned to the basics, and performed on a small stage, sharing his soul with the audience. And you know what? It worked like magic! 2 years later, he reappeared full of energy, surprising everyone with guest spots in cozy comedy clubs where he started. People were so excited, he's back! Extensive networks and streaming services wanted him, but Dave did things his way. He showed his unmatched talent in small clubs and sometimes in huge arenas. In the 2010s, he broke records, had tons of people watching his comedy online, and everyone called him the GOAT, greatest of all time. And yes, he always had that iconic cigarette in hand. Now, at 44, Dave learned something important whether there are 10 people or 10,000 in the audience. Every show matters if you're honest. Fame didn't make him unique, his gift did. And even if he lost touch with that gift for a while, he found it again, shining like real gold. Now, as Dave starts doing shows again and has a new Netflix special, he's like a comedy wizard. What kind of magic do you think Dave brings to his shows? How does he fearlessly talk about real stuff? Dave's happy farm life and comedy magic. Let me share something cool about Dave Chapelle's life away from big shows and awards. So, Dave found love and Islamic faith on his travels. He has a farm in Ohio with his wife, Elaine, and 3 kids. Imagine a peaceful place where Dave enjoys quiet time between writing funny stuff. It's like a magical farm where he creates laughter spells. Even though he's in his 50s, Dave's joy comes from making people laugh, not just getting applause. He uses his money for fun projects, helping other funny folks who might not be as famous. When the pandemic hit in 2020, Dave still spread laughter from his home, showing its power even during tough times. Now, as Dave starts doing shows again and has a new Netflix special, he's like a comedy wizard. He's not afraid to talk about real stuff, even if it upsets some people. Dave is like a giant in comedy, standing on his stage, holding the microphone like an old friend. Suddenly, he pulls a disappearing act, hops on a plane to South Africa, and leaves everyone puzzled. But what led him to take such an unexpected turn? Dave's laughter expedition! Dave transforms into a joke-making genius, like a mad scientist in a laughter lab. He hides away, writes tons of funny stuff, and then, bam, surprises us with his comedy magic. He rides through highs and lows, feeling super confident one moment, a bit empty the next, and even making jokes about it. Once, he even brought his friend Bill Cosby on stage for a wild surprise. Dave wants to be accessible to himself, and he might be a little scared of someone making him do things he doesn't like. Why is being himself so crucial to Dave? What does he fear might happen if someone else takes the reins? Dave's secret fears. Dave Chapelle, our comedy superhero, is mysterious about his fears. He doesn't like talking about them openly, but we can guess a few things. Dave might feel shy around big crowds or when everyone is watching him. Imagine if you had to talk to many people all the time. That might make anyone a bit nervous. Also, Dave loves making jokes in his own way. He doesn't want anyone telling him how to be funny. He may be scared of not being able to make jokes the way he wants. And guess what? Dave's super focused on making people laugh for a long time. He loves having a quiet and happy home with his family. He may be worried about things that could bother his family or mess with his personal space. One more thing, Dave wants to be accessible to himself. He might be a little scared of someone making him do things he doesn't like, especially in his comedy. Imagine if someone told you what games to play. That might not be so fun, so Dave's most significant fear could be losing his unique way of making us all laugh. He's our comedy hero. We know he'll keep making us giggle for a long time. Dave Chapelle's journey from a young jokester in DC to a comedy legend is marked by authenticity, resilience, and a commitment to his unique voice. With sold-out shows and a net worth exceeding $60 million, Chapelle's impact on comedy is undeniable. His fearless ability to address real-world issues and his dedication to family and supporting fellow comedians solidify his legacy as a multifaceted and iconic figure in the entertainment industry. What aspects of Dave Chapelle's journey resonate with you the most, and how has his story influenced your perspective on comedy and success? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for tuning into today's video. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos. Your support means a lot to us. Take care until the next one, and feel free to drop a comment sharing your thoughts. See you soon!